Yo, and hello and welcome to the 177th episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning high definition, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are now streaming live every Tuesday at 7:40 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast. If you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else, I read that weird, but this show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at GameSpeakPodcast.com, where we need you to subscribe to our official newsletter so we can make sure you never miss an episode or any type of content that we're putting out. It'll come straight to you. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, JAMAL Joffre, alongside Brent, Bittersweet Bass.
Ooh, I like that.
That's
makes me sound like a nice dark chocolate. Or something.
That's
what I mean.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Sounds like you might taste good, but you might not.
Yeah.
You know, it's just nobody likes a true bitter chocolate.
I don't know, man. It depends. It depends. You know, I like dark chocolate. I like Hershey's dark chocolate.
Oh, I do too.
I mean? I'll fuck with that.
But I'm talking about like the one that's like, oh, this is 90% cacao.
No. Anything past like 75% is too much, too dark for me.
Yeah, you can have way too much cacao. I'm telling you. You just want to have that nice 70%.
70, I'll fuck with some 70%.
Then 30% chocolate.
Yeah.
Fake chocolate.
Anything under 70%?
What is the other 30%?
It's like milk, right?
It's just milk?
I don't know. That doesn't make sense. How is it going to be 60% milk and be...
I don't know anything about how chocolate works.
It's milk chocolate, right? I mean, isn't that what...
No, not cocoa. Not like the bitter kind of chocolate.
No, yeah. But if it's got like less than a certain amount, a certain percent, right, of it becomes milk chocolate.
It becomes milk chocolate.
I think if it's like... I don't know the exact rules, but I think it's like 40% or less or some shit. It's like milk chocolate. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in the street these days. So, I mean, it seems like you're a little bit more in tune with what's going on in the chocolatey streets.
If we've got any chocolatiers listening, drop a comment in the chats and let us know the rules. About chocolate.
Yeah. I love chocolate though. But anyways. Well, what have you been doing this week, man?
I've been working a lot. They've got me going hard this week, man.
Why?
I don't know.
I told them I wanted to quit, and they said I can't leave.
I've just been, I don't know. I've been working a lot, but I've been closing like every night. I've made like a lot of money recently. I'm a waiter, for those of you that don't know, and I guess everybody's going out to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're tired of the COVID. So
it's been a long week, but I've been I've been watching One Punch Man season 2.
Oh, nice. How's that going for you?
It's really, really entertaining. I loved the first season, and I didn't realize they had season 2 out, and it's on Hulu now. So
I heard season 2 was like a little bit what's the word for it? Divisive whenever it comes to the fans.
So far, it seems really good to me. Like, it doesn't seem like they've missed a beat.
Well, good. Know? That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I saw of the first season, I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, the second season's funny. It has a nice little plot. It's good. It's entertaining. Yeah.
I've been watching... I'm still on the last season of Lost. I have like 5 episodes left. It's almost over. By next episode, I'll have the ending for you. But nice. I've also started watching Sense8. I don't know if you've seen that on Netflix.
Isn't that just a movie?
No, it's a TV show by the Wachowskis.
Oh yeah, the Matrix guy. Yeah.
You've seen that?
No, I haven't watched it. I watched like the first episode, so I get like the premise.
Yeah, it gets fucking crazy.
Really?
Like, I don't even know how to explain what that show is. Like, there's just no. I don't even know.
Would you recommend it?
I mean. Yeah, I guess if you're not like, if you're not someone who watches or is like against watching extremely graphic like nudity and like, it's like if you took Game of Thrones, like level of graphicness and put it in a just in a whole different setting, but and like a whole different like
so
story.
A lot of dicks, a lot of
lots of everything.
Bobs.
There's lots of because there's 8 of them. Like the premise is like these people are born as like into these clusters, I guess, like they're all born on the same day at the same time, and they all took their first breath at the same time.
Oh, kind of just like the Umbrella Academy, like.
Oh, probably.
Or I don't know. I haven't really watched the Umbrella Academy either. I've watched the first episode of both of these shows, and like they both revolve around the premise of a bunch of children that were born at the same time with some kind of power.
Well, see, they don't have powers in this one. Their power is
that they access each other's like knowledge.
Memories and stuff like that.
So it is some kind of power, right?
Not really.
Kind of.
I wouldn't say that.
The power of having 7 humans worth of experience at your fingertips.
If only it worked like that. They all have a bunch of trouble. They all have a bunch of problems. And then like, like it's so weird. So, one's like in Africa, one's in, Seoul and South Korea. And then there's one in America who's
Do
like
they
a
know
cop.
about each other?
Well, they find out about each other, through the situation where they just keep popping up in each other's rooms and stuff, and they're like, what the fuck? It's very weird.
Is that where the nudity comes from? Are they like fucking each other? Do they like pop up in each other's rooms and start fucking?
Oh, yes. There's lots
Are they
of
like
that.
Related though? That's kind of weird.
They're technically the same person, yeah.
Ah, weird. So they're like fucking themselves. It's kind of like masturbating at that point.
Exactly. Well, that's one of the characters who is like the kind of like the guy. He's almost like Professor X in this situation, but he's not anywhere near that. But like, just think of him in that way. He just like tells him.
I'm just imagining real
imagine Professor X.
Okay.
He's like, yeah. He's like, you have strong feelings for her or whatever, and he's like, just no. He's like, it was actually the lady who was telling him this was like, or telling her this. She was like, you have strong feelings for him. You shouldn't, because that's kind of like a weird self, like, like you're basically falling in love with yourself, like, and all this stuff. But it's very weird, but very interesting and inspiring. Lots of motivational stuff happening in it. But it's the Matrix. It's like, picture the Matrix level of like deepness, and that's like what you're gonna get in this. But just
is it better than the Matrix?
I think it's the best thing they've made since The Matrix. I don't think it's better than The Matrix. I think it's like on the same level, but in a completely different way. Like this is like just a whole take, almost like social matters, but lots of things about like fighting demons and stuff like in your own self. But then they have like each other. I don't know. It's just like a weird thing. By the end of the first season, you're like, damn. I don't want these guys to split up. They're awesome, And then what's really horrible, I started the second season yesterday, and like the main, like one of the main characters was just a different actor. Like they just switched the fucking actor for the second season.
What?
I guess like he left after the first season. Like they had like I figured this out afterwards. They had creative differences. Him and the Wachowski. One of the Wachowskis, so like he's like, yeah.
Did he look anything like the other guy?
Nothing like him. No, like he's like this dude in Africa, which like he was like one of my favorite characters. Like he drives like the Van Damme, like
John Claude's damn van, or
yeah. So they started out and like they're in Africa, and his buddy who rides the bus with him like comes up and he's like, man, you haven't looked the same since all that stuff went down. And it like goes over. He's a completely different dude, and he's like, but he's bald too. And he like points at his head, and he's like, new barber. And then they just continue the show like nothing ever happened.
At least they can laugh at it. Like that's obviously like them just saying like fuck it, we tried, you know what I mean? Like
it was really funny.
That's funny. I know exactly who you're talking about too from like the single episode I watched.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's like the standout character in my mind. Like
he's
really
good, dude. He was such a good actor. The actor that they replaced him with is so forgettable and just shitty. Like it makes no sense. Like he's nothing like him. Nothing.
I hate when they do that in movies, and I understand that sometimes you have to like like Dumbledore in Harry Potter and like the Spartacus guy, but it's like
they should have used Dumbledore's corpse.
Weekend at Bernie's, just like
I just got him on strings and stuff. It's in his contract.
They got a guy in like a green morph suit, just like moving his mouth.
Harry. Yeah, no, but that's basically what happened though. Yeah, it's a good show. And then still watching Lost, and that's about it. That's it for the stuff that we've been doing this week, I guess. Really.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it.
It's been a pretty blank week. Actually, I forgot to mention, I am starting to look into. I'm gonna know a lot more about PCs soon. I started taking.
You're gonna get a PC?
No.
Oh.
No. I just started taking like the CompTIA A+ certification.
Hey, cool. Can you do maintenance on my computer? If I
apparently,
ever need
I'll have to. Like at some point, yeah.
Because I was gonna pay some guy to help. Who got a PC?
Somebody says, "What's up? Get a PC."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get a PC.
Yeah, definitely.
But you can practice on mine if you want, because I'm going to need to upgrade my shit when the new graphics card comes out. You know what I mean?
It's key plays. Yeah, no, I'm learning. He's saying he's taken a few of them. I don't know much about anything. I'm very special about the whenever it comes to PC. I'm just like brain hurt. Yeah, like as I was reading through it, like I'm stuck on or not stuck on, but I'm like on the chapter all about CPUs, and it's like breaking down like every little like chips and like thing inside of the CPU. I'm just like,
that's what I'm gonna eventually need help with, is replacing my CPU, because I'm uncomfortable like messing with it and like doing thermal paste and stuff. I don't want to put any kind of paste on my fucking computer. I don't know shit about that shit.
Oh, that's in the study material that I'm on like how to do the thermal paste and stuff. So I'll definitely be able to help you.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, then I guess we will jump on over to the video game news for this week. Just so you guys know, we're using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the material as our own. The articles were written by other people, but we're just bringing them here so we can have them all in one place. So, Brent, why don't you start us off this week? I feel like I always start us off.
Yeah, I will kick it off. Developer Crystal Dynamics has confirmed that Spider-Man will join the Marvel Avengers roster as free post-launch DLC. The studio has also confirmed that the web slinger will be exclusive to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The team shared no specific information on how Spider-Man will play. There are also no screenshots of Spider-Man in engine, signaling that Crystal Dynamics and co-developer Eidos Montreal are still hard at work on the playable character. I mean, this shouldn't be a huge shock to anybody. I've seen a lot of people kind of upset about this, and it's like, what, you think Sony's just gonna fucking give Spider-Man up faux free? Like, you got me fucked up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, okay. I mean, it's a given, but I do think it sucks. Like, I mean
it does
I think
suck.
the game's going to suck anyways, so
But
like
look,
on top of that, you're not going to get Spider-Man. Why even buy this game if you don't have a PlayStation?
The thing is, Sony paid a dickload of money for the rights to Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And like, they need to get their money's worth out of it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it is what it is. The game's going to be horrible and it's going to fail.
Hey, if Microsoft has such a problem with it, they need to buy the rights to some kind of Marvel character.
Oh, I agree.
What I mean?
Actually, they shouldn't buy a Marvel character. They should have bought Rocksteady's,
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers
Studios.
Batman stuff.
Dude, yeah.
But yeah, so Steve Watts at GameSpot says Microsoft recently announced its Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription will begin including Xcloud streaming integration.
I'm so hyped.
Oh yeah, dude. Now the company has given more details, including a release date and some of the lineup we can expect. You'll be able to stream onto your Android devices starting September 15th. iOS support won't be available right at launch, so I don't know when that's coming. They haven't really hinted at that, but an Xbox Wire post from corporate VP Kareem Qadri states that Game Pass Ultimate members will get streaming access to more than 100 games. The company hasn't announced a full list, but has shared more than 30 of the games that will compose the initial streaming lineup. So I'm going to go ahead and read off what those are.
Please.
Yeah, you got Ark Survival Evolved,
Okay.
Bleeding Edge, Costume Quest 2, Crackdown 3, Destiny 2, F1 2019, Forza Horizon 4, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Gears of War 4, Gears 5 Ultimate Edition, Grounded, Halo 5, Guardians, Halo Wars Definitive Edition, Halo Wars 2, Halo the Master Chief Collection, Halo Spartan Assault, Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, Killer Instinct Definitive Edition, Max The Curse of Brotherhood, Minecraft Dungeons, The Outer Worlds, Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition, Ori and the Will of Wisps, Quantum Break Recore Definitive Edition, Rise Son of Rome. Oh God, I can't wait to play that. No, Sea of Thieves Anniversary Edition, State of Decay 2 Juggernaut Edition, Sunset Overdrive, Super Lucky's Tale, Tell Me Why, The Bard's Tale Trilogy, Wasteland 2 Director's Cut, Wasteland 3, Wasteland Remastered, and Yakuza Kiwami 2. That's a lot of game.
Yeah, that's already a better lineup than Stadia. I'm just kidding. But
yeah, they should. Like, I mean, it's gonna come out and it's gonna be amazing. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be on iPhone though. That's my main issue.
They don't have it on iPhone?
No, it won't be on iOS whenever it initially drops. Wow. It'll only be Android.
Surely eventually it'll come to iOS.
You would think that would be their main focus. I feel like the majority of phones or like people's phones are iPhones. You know, like it's like
that cuts like 50% of the people out of the equation. And even tablets, like iPads, make up a large majority, or maybe not majority, but like a large amount of the tablets out there. You know what I mean? I don't know. Still, I'm pretty excited. You know, it's nice that games like Quantum Break, which are like 130 gigabytes and fucking not that good of a game, will have like a streamable option now, so you don't have to sit there and waste your time downloading that fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Now you can just play the piece of shit real quickly.
Yeah, you can try it and not feel bad about spending your whole night downloading that shit and then being like, oh, fuck, you know?
Yeah. Alonzi Jonesy says, Brent bitchin' ass shit bass.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely work on my names for Brent. Bittersweet was just too nice. We're going to have to take this just to a darker level next time. I'm
going to have to get my eyes checked. I can't even read the chat from here. But it's nice to see you guys active over here.
Well, yeah, we're being hosted actually by Keeb Plays. We appreciate that, man.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah, we're actually in your house now.
We're behind you right now.
This is actually a delayed stream. In a second, we're going to get up and walk out of here straight to your house.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, what do you got?
Okay.
Is that the Saw theme?
Sony has announced its next State of Play stream, which will take place Thursday, August 6th. Sony says the stream will be 40 minutes in total. After the PS5 reveal stream in June, updates for Sony's latest console have been slim. That likely won't change this week either, as the company has cautioned fans not to expect any big PS5 announcements. That includes updates on PlayStation Studios titles such as Spider-Man, Ratchet & Clank, Horizon. And this also means PS5 pricing will not be discussed, as both Sony and Microsoft continue holding out on pre-orders. The event will primarily focus on upcoming PS4 and PlayStation VR games that are set to launch soon. Although the announcement does mention potential updates for third-party PS5 titles, the wording explicitly states that the core focus of the stream will be current-gen titles and not next-gen ones. Any third-party PS5 title updates will be for games that were previously revealed for the console and not new announcements. So, don't get too hyped about next-gen stuff, but hey, I heard PSVR, my ears perked up, so I'll be tuning in, and I'll let you guys know what happens.
Yeah, please do. Please let us know, Brent. Everyone's waiting for that PSVR news.
With bated breath, I'm sure.
James O'Connor at GameSpot says the Halo Infinite gameplay reveal showed off many aspects of the Xbox Series X launch title, including its large world, grapple hook, and back-to-basics combat design. But it also showed off a visual engine that a lot of fans were not impressed by, which has been exemplified by Craig, the Brute, whose deadpan expression has become a gaming meme for the ages. Now, Xbox boss Phil Spencer has given his thoughts on the meme, and he seems to see the funny side of it. Asked by a fan for his take, Spencer called Craig our new official Xbox mascot, Continuing on, Spencer cited Craig as a great example of the creativity of the Xbox community. I get it's a deflection, but
he's trying hard to.
It's like
that meme where it's like the sad, crying face and like the happy mask on, like.
Absolutely, that's a good allegory there. But anyways, I just thought that was funny. What do you got?
Okay. With the PlayStation 5, I'm not going to read this whole article because it's kind of long. But basically, the PlayStation 4 controller is not going to work with next-gen games like the Xbox controller will.
I saw that. It'll only work with PS4 games on the PS5.
Yeah, I was about to say, so you'll be able to hook it up to your PS5, but you will not be able to play new games with the PS4 controller. You'll be able to play your old games, and I assume you'll be able to play your old games with the new controller.
Yeah, just not
Probably
vice
not.
versa.
Yeah,
because there's going to be
features.
Yeah, exactly. It's the haptic feedback and all that.
Yeah,
nonsense.
I think they want developers to be able to build their games around these controllers and not have to worry about it. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So Alessandro Barbosa at GameSpot says Sony has announced its next State of Play stream, which will take place Thursday, August 6th, so the day after tomorrow at 1 p.m. PT. Sony says the stream will be 40 minutes in total.
Yeah, I just read that.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was like completely lost. Steve Watts at GameSpot, Call of Duty. That's
what?
We're Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone will begin Season 5 this week. And Activision has rolled out a trailer detailing some of the new features and changes coming to both games. Those teases include new maps and big changes to the large-scale Warzone map, including access to some new areas. The trailer starts with a Warzone change that has been rumored in the community. The stadium is getting its enclosed roof blown off, opening up a huge new area for firefights. It also shows what appears to be a supply train making the rounds in Verdansk, with several players landing directly on pieces of cargo and fighting for control.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, from there, it moves into new maps for traditional Call of Duty multiplayer. Soldal Harbor and Petrov Oil Rig are both 6v6 multiplayer maps, while Verdansk International Airport will debut with Ground War, and the Livestock map will be playable in Gunfight. The trailer also makes a point of showing some flashy new skins and cosmetics, though it doesn't give them names. Call of Duty Warzone will continue to add... Oh, this is like completely different news, but I attached it to this one. So Warzone will continue to add in content from future annual Call of Duty entries. Developer Infinity Ward has confirmed.
Dope.
The free-to-play battle royale will be updated over time and become tied to new entries in the Call of Duty series. In an interview with Games Radar, Infinity Ward design director Jeff Smith explained that Warzone was always designed as a self-contained product and one that could be altered around the progression of the series' latest entries. Quote, although Warzone is very closely tied to Modern Warfare, it was designed from the beginning as its own game, explained Smith. As the game continues to be updated over time, it will evolve and become tied to other games in the Call of Duty universe. So it's exactly what,
Does that mean whenever the new Call of Duty game comes out, I can delete the Modern Warfare and keep Warzone installed somehow? And
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the game, and I have Warzone.
Yeah, but technically, I feel like there's a lot of data you have that's I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of it's like the mechanics that, make the whole game function. I don't know. Because if you have one or the other, it's like 100 gigabytes, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then if you, download the campaign or whatever, it adds, an extra 20 or 30 gigabytes or some shit to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what their goal is with that. Like, if they're going to change the way the game feels. But I know they will be adding, the new, Verdansk will basically become fucking Russia in this next game. And
I'm just thinking about people's hard drives, man, because, if we're into, if they put out another Call of Duty game that's 100 gigabytes and they expect you to have both of those bitches on your hard drive, you know what I mean?
There's no way they expect you to have both. I think because, once again, like I said, Warzone is its own thing. You don't have to have Modern Warfare installed to have Warzone. I don't have it. Yeah,
I mean, I don't either, but it's hard to explain what I'm saying. I guess I feel like the mechanics of the game. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but I feel like you kind of technically have it installed, even though you're not playing it. You almost just activate it and install a little bit of data. You know what I mean? Like,
so are you saying that the gameplay itself comes from the Modern Warfare?
I feel like, I don't know, I could be wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not really sure on that. Like, I mean, I would assume that it was completely separate. Like,
because I just know that if you have because you have the game installed, right?
Yeah,
and it's like 100-something gigabytes, right? I know that if you have the campaign installed, it's like 100-something gigabytes. But if you download one or the other afterwards, it only adds like 20 or 30 gigabytes to the download. You know what I mean? So it's like, how can it add the other one and only... I don't really understand.
Because I assume the campaign is a lot less intensive than Warzone.
But that's what I'm saying. If you have the campaign, it's a shitload of gigabytes as well.
Oh, okay.
And then if you add Warzone to that, it's like not very many gigabytes it adds. I think there's some kind of like structure, like a base like 50 gigabytes or some shit that it uses for like both, and then like I don't fucking know.
No, I don't.
I'm not some fucking technical guy, you know. I just know that there's like a lot of space getting used up here. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I think maybe they're gonna have to like do an update where it just like completely separates the game.
The two, yeah.
If that's the case, you know.
I know they're talking about rebuilding Fortnite in the Unreal 5 engine pretty soon. Like,
yeah,
like completely rebuilding the game from scratch. Like, you know what I mean?
Didn't they already do that? Didn't they like already rebuild the game once?
I know that they did something to like, yeah.
For
whenever
the
season 2 came around, they like completely redid the textures and structures and shit. But that was like,
no, they even changed the physics and stuff. Like during the whenever they did that black hole thing and it was down for a day.
Yeah,
remember? Like,
and whenever the game first came out, they've changed a lot too. Like they added like bullet drop and all kinds of random shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That's going to be weird. I mean, it's not like that game needs to look any better, you know?
No, but I think Unreal wants everything they do, or
Epic,
sorry. Epic wants everything they do to be on Unreal 5 probably from now on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Fortnite's their cash cow, so they probably want to promote their engine as much as they can. You know what I mean?
For sure. I just think it's a waste of money and time. Like, it's like the game's not going to get any better looking. Like, I mean, it probably
will
better,
get a little better looking, honestly,
but it'll still be cartoony, though. Yeah. You know? Like, it's like, oh, I want my cartoons to look fucking real, dude. Like,
hey, I mean, I'm not opposed to my cartoons looking great. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's very true. I could use a Tommy Pickles in like the most realistic form possible.
See, now you're thinking.
That might be terrifying.
Now you're thinking.
Can you imagine his little lumpy ass head?
That would be horrifying.
It's just like all like
a realistic, just lumpy Tommy Pickles.
It's like whenever they zoom in on SpongeBob, like, and you can see all the gross details and stuff. Like, we don't need that.
I feel like Tommy Pickles and Arnold from Hey Arnold have similar shapes of head. You know, like Tommy grew up to have like a football head. You know what I mean?
No, and all grown up, he's got a normal ass head.
Oh, you're right. He does have a normal ass.
All grown up with you. Yeah.
Okay. Sony is celebrating another successful PS4 exclusive launch, this time lauding the early sales success of Sucker Punch's Ghosts of Tsushima. God dang, good thing we have pop filters on here. The first game from Sucker Punch in 6 years managed to make a big impact, and not just because of its impressive photo mode. The new open-world action game has sold over 2.4 million copies within the first 3 days of launch. This makes it Sony's new fastest-selling original IP, with the previous record belonging to Horizon Zero Dawn. It's a poignant achievement, as this might be the last truly enormous PS4 exclusive, with the PS5 on the horizon. This also puts Ghosts of Tsushima ahead of other PS4 exclusives such as Bloodborne, Days Gone, and Knack in terms of initial sales. This figure is still far lower than what Sony has seen with sequels to established first-party titles. The Last of Us 2, which launched in June, sold over 4 million copies in its first 3 days, beating out the previous record holder, Marvel's Spider-Man, which sold 3.3 million copies in the same period.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's such a weird thing to like boast as an accomplishment, where it's like, wow, it was our fastest-selling first-party PS4, or it's so like specific. Like, it took me a second. Like, I had to jump through hoops in my brain to be like, oh, okay. Because I was like, there's no way it's it's the fastest selling game on the PS4. It's like, oh no, it's the fastest selling first party.
It's the original IP. That's what makes it special.
Yeah,
you know
that it's an original IP. Okay, that makes sense. But still, that's a lot of hoops to jump through right there.
Yeah.
Like, in my brain, I was just like, wait, what are they saying right now?
Still pretty impressive that it beat out Bloodborne. You know what I mean? I know Bloodborne is a little culty, but like I didn't, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is Bloodborne came out whenever the PS4 had just dropped. So like the installment base right now is ridiculous for the PS4. Back then it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to like take in all those things into consideration. This is literally the last game or first party game coming to PS4. So people want to know what it is. They want to play it, you know. A lot of people are saying the photo mode looks good, you know. They got to get in there, bro. I've heard a lot of mixed things about it. Like I've heard a lot of people like love it, and then I've also heard a lot of people say that it was just like okay. You know, like it's
same here.
Like it's Assassin's Creed, basically, is what a lot of people are saying.
I've heard good things, and I've heard lukewarm things. I haven't heard anything like explicitly like negative about the game. You know what I mean? So it must not be like terrible. You know what I mean?
No, I just expected it to be really good though, just from the way it looks.
I expected it to be received kind of like Days Gone, and so far it's gotten a little bit better of a reception than Days Gone. So you know what I mean?
Definitely better critical reception, at least.
For sure.
Eddie McCucci at GameSpot says Season 3 of Halo, the Master Chief Collection, will be a very big deal for Halo 3 in particular. Design director Max Slagor said, and I think that's how it's pronounced.
I like that name. That's a cool name.
Slagor. Said in a new
Max Slagor, nonetheless. Like
his parents were just fucking dope. In a new blog post that Season 3 will contain many more customization options across the board, including brand new content for Halo 3. Season 3 will add new weapon skins, new visors, and other content for Halo 3, Slager said. This is a big deal because Halo 3 has never had weapon skins. This marks the first step in our expansion of Halo 3 customization, Slager said. The same image also seems to suggest that Halo 3 is also adding weapons never seen before in Halo 3. In an image, we see a soldier wielding the SOCOM Magnum pistol, while another image shows the silenced SMG. This is also a big deal as these weapons are from Halo 3 ODST and have never been available in Halo 3 multiplayer. They will also be adding crossplay sometime this year.
Fun.
That's pretty interesting.
I like that.
I like the idea of Halo getting new weapons like after all this time.
Maybe they should be working on another Halo.
You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe,
no, I'm just kidding.
Maybe they should be working on that Infinite. But
they're like, yeah, I'm just take a break from Infinite and throw some shit in Halo 3 real quick.
And just throw a silencer on this SMG real quick.
That's what people want, right?
Hey, Craig, what do you think?
I like it. Okay. Okay. So I only wrote this article down because I thought it was ridiculous.
Okay.
Sea of Thieves has added a new feature that will make it to where you can't go underwater, and they think that this will help people with phobias of the water play their game.
Wait a minute. Hold up. So you're telling me you're gonna reduce the game? You're gonna limit the gamers because some people are afraid of the water?
Well, no, it's an option. You can go in the settings and turn it on, make yourself like a bobber, and you won't go underwater. But
then how are you gonna get the
goodies?
The stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the real issue.
We're gonna break the game real quick. Yeah, no, I mean.
But my thing is like, what I thought was funny is like, you know, they think this is why people aren't playing their game. They're like, they must be afraid of the water.
That's what. Wow.
They're not playing the game.
It couldn't be. It couldn't be the fact that the game's not that good.
Maybe they all have water phobias.
As they all play Maneater.
Right.
But like, you know, my thing about that, like, as long as it's optional, sure, whatever. It's just a dumb option. But did you see that they did that same thing for Grounded? Like,
no. What happened?
In Grounded, there's like a slider, like an optional slider. Like if you have arachnophobia because there's like spiders, and you slide it, and it makes the spiders turn into like popcorn or something, like into a weird like thing.
That's
so you won't be afraid of the
stupid.
spiders.
I'm gonna slide it all the way to the scariest spider they can fucking give me. Like
it just becomes a real spider and
scared
attacks
of spiders. What the fuck? Like that's like the whole point. Like Jesus
it's
Christ.
an option though. You know, like whatever.
What if you like had that option in everything? Like you're watching the Harry Potter movie where Ron gets taken away with the big spiders, and you just like turn them all into popcorn.
That would be great. If you're watching like Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah,
you just slide it and he turns into popcorn.
Anything scary, like you can just turn it into popcorn. I don't know why popcorn seems like. Would it be like a single piece of popcorn, or would it be like a bucket of popcorn, like moving around?
I think it's just like like it has apparently it has like the same physics as the spider, but it's just like a cuter looking like puffball thing, like. Just so you don't get scared.
I'm officially not playing Grounded anymore. Like
just because you don't have to do it.
Yeah, well,
I don't like people having options like that.
Yeah, no,
Don't be a bitch.
Yeah,
yeah.
Maybe get not scared.
I agree.
Yeah.
Ice-T is known to be a big gamer, but he's only appeared in a few games himself. One of his most iconic appearances is in the Def Jam series, appearing in Def Jam Fight for New York and its PSP spinoff, Fight for New York. Okay. The Takeover. My bad.
Yeah.
The Def Jam fighting series was beloved, and many people have called for its returning. And now Ice-T has joined their ranks. Ice-T has tweeted out a photo of himself in game and said that he thinks that, quote, they really need to reboot this game for the new consoles, end quote. Now, if this comes true, this is another thing
that we
have predicted or have said. We were like, games that need to be rebooted. Def Jam was on our list. That's crazy.
Here's what I have to say, though. You know, Ice-T, you know, if you really want this project to happen,
make it happen.
Make it happen.
You're Ice-T.
You're Ice-T. You have the funds, okay? You can hire some people to create the next Def Jam game, you know?
I don't think he's ever been in the gaming industry. He just like hires a bunch of like random people and they make this like weird Flash game.
I'm just saying, if you find out whoever's got the license to fucking Def Jam right now and approach them with like several shitloads of money.
Several
shitloads.
Okay.
You know?
He's on it.
I think they'll make you a game, probably.
Walk into EA and be like, look, guys, we need this done.
Oh, that would be sick if, like, EA Sports made it.
Hell yeah, dude. Or, like, just, go in and, like, steal a bunch of the workers there. Be like, look, I'll pay you a little bit more, but you got to just make this game for me.
I want it to be, like, legit. Like, next gen, really good graphics, like a sweet story mode. Like, you could do, dude, it would be sick.
But it's all modern day rappers and then Ice-T.
Yes, and you could have, like rap beefs that play out in the game, like real life rap beefs that like Drake and Meek Mill could beat the shit out of each other. It would be excellent. While the song for the rap beef songs are playing in the background, you know.
I feel like no matter what situation, Drake gets his ass beat every time. Like just girl, you my everything. Just like gets his ass beat. No, but yeah, there'd be a lot of cool things you could do with that game. You know, you could do like secret characters of like, characters that like passed away, or not characters, but like rappers who have passed away recently, like as like a cool like, homage to the, hey, Ice-T, do it. No, but
that'd be sweet.
You got any more news?
Yeah. All
right, you knock it out, because
okay.
I'm out of news, all right?
Okay. So the PS3 players, still playing Metal Gear Solid 5, have finally done it. They have disarmed all of the nuclear warheads. People previously thought this was not possible. Basically, you have to get every PS3 player on the entire server.
Yeah, it's like in a certain region, right?
I think it's the whole, like, it's by console. So like every
No,
I could be wrong.
No, it's by region. There's like a server for like I guess like a certain region.
Yeah.
And like one of these regions had enough people that got rid of it
Well, according to the article, it says something. Hang on, let me see. I can read the article, I guess. It says unlocking this cutscene requires global cooperation. So, I mean, you definitely at least have to have a shitload of people working together. And
Oh,
granted,
yeah.
they did this on the PS3, so it's a little less impressive than like a modern console or the Xbox.
Yeah.
Or the
Because
PC.
there's less people playing.
Less people playing, but still pretty dang cool. It unlocks a cutscene that's only been triggered once before in the entire world, and that was on accident.
Yeah.
On the PC version. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
it was like somebody like data mined it or something.
Yeah. It was never meant to go off. So this is the first time it's really happened. So, congrats to the No Nuke Squad or whatever.
World peace is possible.
Brought to you by the Anti-Nuke Gang. So congrats to the Anti-Nuke Gang. Thanks, guys.
We need those boys in our government.
Here's another article. Again, I won't read the whole thing. But basically, the Halo Infinite guy was saying, like, hey, we feel you guys. Sorry we let y'all down.
We feel you guys. The game looks terrible.
Yeah, but they also said that they're planning a ray tracing update for sometime after release. So that means like all the shit that we thought was ray tracing that we saw in the commercial that we were talking about the other day was not ray tracing, and then it'll implement an update in the future. So.
Wow, that's annoying.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm still kind of excited about Halo, even though everybody's kind of jumping off the train. Cars are coming to Fortnite on Wednesday, so by the time you guys are listening to this, there'll probably be cars or be close to getting cars. Let's see. QuakeCon is starting on August 7th, and if you have a Bethesda.net account and you watch QuakeCon, they will give you the PC version of Quake for free. Additionally, if QuakeCon hits its first fundraising goal of $10,000, which seems fairly likely, you'll also receive a free copy of Quake 2.
Nice.
So if you want, both of the first two Quake games, go check that out. And let's see. Okay. So Ubisoft has signed a deal with a streaming technology company called... Sorry, let me find them. Parsec. Streaming firm Parsec.
Yeah, I like how they were like, this is a big streaming firm, and I was like, I've never heard of these people. Like, what is that?
I know that they focus on the technology like Xcloud and stuff like that.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
It'll be interesting to see if Ubisoft is trying to get their own foot in the door with that kind of thing. They've partnered up with them, and I know that they're doing something with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what goes on there. Let's see. Oh, this is good. A brand new version of the Microsoft Store is heading to Xbox ahead of the Xbox Series X launch. And if you're an Xbox insider, you could be seeing it as soon as August 5th. According to the Xbox Principal Program Manager, Copybird, this isn't just a standard app update. The store is being entirely rebuilt to focus on faster speeds, ease of use, and better safety functions. The post claims that the current one will launch in 2 seconds, and load times for game pages and trailers are also supposed to be vastly improved. Speaking of improvements, it seems that the new Microsoft Store will have a big focus on making its interface as easy and accessible to navigate as possible, with a fully redesigned navigation system that will allow customers to look at potential purchases broadly or dive into them with ease. There's also a completely rebuilt wish list, update cart, and curation of different generations of Xbox games. So customers can easily check on what they've wishlisted, what's in their cart, and sort through backwards compatible games more efficiently.
That's good.
Yeah, this is something that's needed to happen for a while. The Xbox Store is just atrocious compared to the PlayStation Store. You know what I mean?
I think my major complaint about the Xbox Store is whenever you go to look at a game and then it instantly starts playing the trailer up at the top. And you can't get past it because it's
so
taking forever to load.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then whenever you want to just watch the trailer, it's cut halfway off until you leave it on there for a second, and then
it's
it'll pop
impossible to get to the play button whenever you
That's
want
what I'm saying.
to. So you accidentally hit skip, and it goes to a fucking picture of the game or some shit, and then it's
and then you just start breaking shit. And then
It's really bad right now. It won't be hard to improve this.
No, not at all. What I mean? They could literally just fix that, and I'd be like, wow, this is amazing.
Also, I like the cart feature is being improved. The cart is terrible right now.
Yeah, it seems almost Steam-like for them to, have like a wish list and stuff like that. That's cool.
I do like the wish list a lot. I think that's a really cool feature.
Definitely, because if a deal pops up, you can go and check and be like, oh, shit.
Or you can put pre-order games on your wish list. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Instead of pre-ordering. Okay, we talked about Ice-T. We talked about, Halo Infinite's multiplayer component will be free to play and will support 120 frames per second on Xbox Series X.
Damn.
343 Industries announced this on Twitter, stating that more details about the game's multiplayer will be shared at a later time.
I'm thinking August, whenever they come out with that next, Xbox showcase or whatever.
Definitely. But see, there's a lot of things to take away from this really short piece of news. Like, first of all, the 120 frames per second is actually pretty impressive. And also the fact that the multiplayer will be free to play. So we've talked about Xbox Live potentially going away as kind of a rumor, and we kind of scoffed at it,
Well, so the thing about this is that I think what they're saying is that the multiplayer will be separate from the campaign. Like, as in, it kind of like Warzone is with this other game. I'm thinking, like, you don't have to own Halo to play the multiplayer on Game Pass or whatever.
But do you have to have Xbox Live,
I don't know. That's the
interesting thing. Or is Xbox Live even going to be a thing? Because that would be a baller move if they just dropped Xbox Live altogether and made Xbox Game Pass their main focus, and then PlayStation's over here charging people for their live service. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's going to combine. I think what you'll end up seeing is a raise in price of Game Pass, but it will include Xbox Live in it. Mm-hmm. But it'll also be cheaper than if you were to have them separate. It'll be worth the deal. Mm-hmm. But I think that's really what's going to happen. I think Game Pass is going to become like $20.
Game Pass Ultimate is, right? Isn't that what the idea was? Is that Game Pass Ultimate would go from being $10 to $15 and include Xbox Live?
No, it doesn't include Xbox Live. I don't think. It does,
though.
It does?
Yeah. There's a difference between Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate.
I thought the difference was that you get it on PC as well if you did Ultimate.
I think you also get it on PC for sure.
Yeah.
But you also...
Yeah, I just want to look at that just to confirm it.
I think so. I could be wrong.
I'm going to check it real quick.
Yeah, definitely check that.
But, I mean, if that's the case, though, like, they still haven't really explained. It says free multiplayer. It makes you wonder, does that mean, like, free as in you don't need to have gold? Or does it mean just that it'll be a separate thing? It would be nice if I could just
jump on my PC without buying the game and play the multiplayer. I think you're probably right about that. I bet it is a separate thing altogether. I bet it's both of those things, hopefully. I don't know.
Yeah, and so Ultimate does include gold. Xbox Live Gold plus plus PC, the PC version. So you were right about that. But
it comes with everything.
And that's only $15 a month.
That's
so
bad,
I really think they're going to drop that bottom line Game Pass. I don't think you'll be able to get $10 Game Pass anymore. It's just going to become the standard is going to be Ultimate. They really shouldn't have done two separate tiers of that. I feel like they should have just came out with Ultimate and left it at that.
I think they wanted to see if people would even buy it on Game Pass, and then once they realized it would work, they're like, okay, we need to fucking spruce this up a little, and it's not going to be doable at $10,
For sure.
But I do like that they kept it at $10 long enough to drive PlayStation down from 20 to 10 on their little streaming service thing.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about.
The competition. I like the competition.
For sure.
Okay, let's see. Cyberpunk 2077 developer CD Projekt Red is warning people if you recently received an email claiming to be granting you beta access to Cyberpunk 2077, it's not from us.
It's from the dark web.
Yeah, so there's scammers out there.
Steal your shit.
Yeah, so don't believe any emails you get. Just generally, take this with you in life. You know what I mean? Just ignore emails that look fishy like that. You know what I mean? If it seems too good to be true, probably is.
Yeah, never open any Cyberpunk 77. 27. Wait, hold on. Cyberpunk 2077, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm mixing it up with Fallout 76 now. I'm like 77.
2076?
Yeah, 2077.
Vault 2077.
Dude, they should do a crossover.
That would be sick.
Anyways.
Sick. Okay, sorry, I've got a lot of news.
That's fine.
Splinter Cell, the long-running stealth action franchise developed by Ubisoft, is getting its own animated Netflix adaptation. According to Variety, the first season is in development and helmed by John Wick writer Derek Kolstad.
But why?
I don't know.
Like, what's up with, like, I just don't understand. Like, we haven't seen a Splinter Cell game in 10 years. Why are you making an anime? Like, why
because
don't you
like the
make
only
a
good
fucking
property
game?
that hasn't like been turned into a movie or something already.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Almost nothing has been turned into a movie. Like,
yeah, you're right. I'm just kidding.
Like, the problem here is
it would
that,
be good though. Come on, you gotta admit it'd be kind of good.
Would it be good?
Maybe.
Do you think watching a stealth action, like, I don't know. It
Yeah.
might be all right, but my thing is like, as an anime, one,
Political
two,
intrigue anime, dude. It might be kind of tight, and it's like it just says animated, so it might be like a 3D kind of thing. Who you know?
I read on a different website that it was anime.
I'm not gonna be mad if it's anime. I actually think I might prefer that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for it not to be anime, but then it said it was the John Wick director, so I'm like, okay, it's probably anime.
I was thinking like CG. When I thought it
Yeah.
in my head, I was thinking like just really good
Like,
CG.
I'm thinking like so good, it's like Jimmy Neutron level. Like
Yes, dude.
Jimmy Neutron CG. Yeah, no, but like I think, like, make a game. There better be a game that comes out alongside this at least. Like, for real.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
dude.
if we don't get a fucking Splinter Cell game this generation, I'm gonna be angry.
Especially with ray tracing. That seems like the
Oh,
perfect thing
God.
to incorporate into Splinter Cell. You know what I mean?
You won't even play the game. You'll just like sit there and look at the lighting just bouncing off of shit and like just how beautiful it looks.
Just like your head
dude.
explodes, just like.
Oh, gosh. They probably pull a Metal Gear Solid 5 where it's like open world. Like, you know, that's what's going to end up happening. But then there'd just be a man running around in a onesie, like with, like, what are they called? Night vision goggles. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be a little weird.
Gotta have night vision goggles.
Anyway, it's what you get. Wait, you keep going. I'm out of news.
Okay, so I've got two more, and I'm gonna blast them at you back to back. Okay, the first one, Tom Cruise is officially going to space for that movie. Did we talk about this?
No.
Okay, so Tom Cruise is gonna film a movie in space. It'll be the first Hollywood movie ever filmed in space.
Yeah, that's. I mean.
Well, apparently, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, no. I was gonna say something horrible. You go ahead. I gotta stop myself.
Well, he's gotten $200 million for it from Universal Studios, and Elon Musk is saying he'll do it.
Wait, he'll do what? Like he's gonna
shoot him into
he's
space.
gonna shoot him into space?
Yeah.
But
so SpaceX is on the case. Okay.
With for the 200 mil. So
I don't know if it's like, I think the 200 million is to like make the whole movie. So it's probably gonna be like a fraction of that.
Yeah. What kind of budget do you need to go to space?
I feel like you need more money than that.
Yeah.
200 million ain't shit.
That ain't even enough to send like a cat to space.
That's barely enough money to make a movie on Earth.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Tom Cruise is almost the size of a cat though in real life, I think it might work.
What you're gonna end up doing is shooting like a relatively low budget movie
with Tom Cruise in space.
You know what I mean?
Wait, so are they filming the movie in space, or
Yeah.
are they just shooting him to space for it? Like
no,
for
they're
a
filming
specific
the
scene?
movie in space. Like I think the whole. But see, that's another thing. You gotta
This
shoot
is a Quibi film.
You're gonna have to shoot the
is it
film
gonna be like
crew
7
up there.
minutes?
I don't know, man.
Maybe they just send him with a camera, and then like he does all the acting and everything.
Like Blair Witch, he just like floats around with the camera for fucking.
Yeah, that'd be the worst horror movie ever. Like, but no, like, what's the movie called? What is even happening with this?
I don't know. Yeah, they haven't really given any details about the actual movie. We just know that he's filming a movie in space. And this is really happening.
200 million, it just doesn't make sense. Like, if it only costs $200 million to send people to space to film, like, it takes months to film a movie.
I mean, I think you can get a private flight to space for pretty cheap, but it's like, you know, you're right. I think
they don't even
stuff,
have private flights to space yet. That's not even a thing that's private yet.
Well, I think they do, actually. I think you got to have the right amount of money, but I think you can pay fucking like SpaceX to shoot you into space. I'm pretty sure.
No way.
I'm pretty sure.
Hold on, we got to figure this out.
I could
just
be
because
wrong.
I mean, I could be wrong too, but that's something that I want to know
about.
If
it's not already a thing, it will be in the next few years for sure.
Can you go to space?
Commercial space flights. That's what I would look up.
Okay. Commercial space flight. Let's see. Let's get us a flight set up.
Dude,
Private space flight is space flight or the development of space. Okay, but is it a thing
Is
yet?
it a thing yet? Yeah, that's the thing. It might not be a thing yet, but I know they're working on it.
So SpaceX will send you to the International Space Station for $52 million per person. Yeah, so that doesn't include like.
So they can get 2 people there and still have $100 million left over for effects.
For effects, yeah. I mean, but who's gonna film it?
Yeah.
Like, and what's gonna happen?
How long do you get to stay? That's the real question. Because I doubt they let you stay at the fucking International Space Station for very long.
Yeah.
$50 million?
Yeah, actually, it says as of 2020, Space Adventures is the only company to have coordinated tourism flights to Earth's orbit. But it says the space industry could soon be headed for a tourism revolution if SpaceX and Boeing make good on their plans.
Ooh.
So that's not you can't do that. Actually, the flying, that was just something they're working on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I really don't know how they're going to get away with that. Maybe they're going to go to Russia and use their ships. Like they're just like, oh yeah, you can take it.
Well, no, I mean, Elon Musk has said that he'll do it. You know what I mean?
Do you think he wants to get paid for it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's going to have to get paid. It's not
something.
cheap to shoot a fucking rocket into space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially one with Tom Cruise. Like, the whole world's going to be watching. If you fucking blow that shit up, it's like your whole space program is kind of like...
That's the horrible thing I said wanted to say at the beginning was like, you're like, he's going to be it's going to be the first actor to be filmed in space. I was like, and the last.
Right.
But, I mean, I just don't know how safe that is to send Tom Cruise into space.
He's gonna be jumping on the seat while they're fucking taking off.
I know, dude. He does a lot of his own stunts, but
he's hanging on the side of the spaceship,
just dead by the vacuum of space. No, but
right.
Anyways, what's the last one?
The last one is that the Epic Game Store is officially starting to add achievements. They are testing the features with Ark Survival Evolved right now, so pretty soon we'll probably start seeing more achievements roll out in the Epic Game Store. So that's pretty cool.
I just want achievements on my Switch. I'm so upset that Nintendo just can't get right.
We don't have achievements on the Switch.
No, there's no achievements, no trophies, no form of that.
That sucks.
On the Switch. Yeah, because wouldn't it be awesome to just play an old Final Fantasy game from past generations, but get actual achievements for it?
It would be sick. Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for this for the gaming news for this week, and we're gonna jump on over to this week's releases, where I'm gonna let you know which brand new games you can get in the next 7 days. Starting with Undermine, coming to Xbox One on August 6th for $14.99. In the action-adventure roguelike game Undermine, adventure deep into the Undermine and discover powerful relics, deadly enemies, hidden secrets, and maybe a few friends to help along the way. Then we have Instant Sports Summer Games coming to Switch on August 6th for $24.99. With Instant Sports Summer Games, become the new champion in 11 sports. Compete in relay race, high jump, javelin throw, triple jump, archery, tennis, hurdle race, soccer, baseball, rafting, and bowling. And then we have Clan Inn coming to Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC on August 6th for $14.99. And the action-packed arcade-style ninja beat-em-up Clan Inn. Fight alone or with your friends as you master the art of battle and bring peace back to the land. And then we have Eternal Hope coming to PC on August 6th. Couldn't find a price for this game, but Eternal Hope is an adventure game that follows the story of Tibi, a boy who must travel between 2 dimensions in search of his beloved one's soul, trying to find a way to bring her back to life. And then we have Fast and Furious Crossroads coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on I guess it's coming August 6th for $59.99.
Snap.
Yeah, Fast and Furious Crossroads is a team-based vehicular heist action game set in the adrenaline-fueled Fast and Furious universe. And then we have Horizon Zero Dawn PC coming to PC on August 7th for $59.99. We all know what this is. It's just a port to PC.
But it's going to look good.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And then we have Inertial Drift coming to Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and PC on August 7th for $29.99. Speed along stunning tracks in the pink Japanese sunset with a fighting game-like roster of 16 unique cars, drivers, and techniques in this arcade racer. And then we have Hyperscape coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC on August 11th. It's free to play. Hyperscape is a fast-paced, futuristic battle royale first-person shooter where up to 100 contenders descend upon the virtual city of Neo Arcadia to engage in action-packed and fast-paced matches to be crowned champion. And then we have Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Infinite Combat, coming to PS4, PC, and PS4 and PC on August 11th. Couldn't find a price. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Infinite Combat, the video game adaptation of the popular series, is set in a fantasy realm where gods have limited their divine powers in search of excitement and to experience the hardships of the lower world.
A lot of people really like that anime.
That's a lot of words for a title. I mean, but that's typically, anime is better the longer the title is.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like a weird correlation there. Anyways, that's it for this week's releases.
Wow, that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Man.
We didn't have much to go on there.
I think later this month it'll be a little better, probably.
Maybe. A lot of stuff has been halted or delayed just because of fucking COVID.
I know at some point UFC is coming out this month, and then the Mafia game is coming out at some point this month. So,
that's
there's
good.
A couple of things,
Yeah. Well, at least something interesting.
Yeah. Tony Hawk demo is coming out at some point this month.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
I want to be playing that. Just fucking.
I'm going to be supporting my boy. One thing I don't like, though, I do have to mention, have you watched the trailer for any of the gameplay for that game yet?
Just a little bit. It looked really good to me.
It looks good, but did you notice the thing whenever you fall, you kind of like go all staticky, like on purpose, it's like an effect that happens. If you fall as you're standing up, it's all staticky and you go kind of invisible and not invisible, almost like an old video game.
No, I didn't notice that. I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah, I was like, why did they choose to do that? And there's no blood. I don't get why everyone's getting away from blood. I love blood in my video games.
Yeah, we need blood, especially in a skateboarding video game. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Especially Tony Hawk. There's always been that cool blood streak that happens in Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
And how you just gonna take that out? But
if
whatever.
I wipe out from a 10-story building, I want at least a little bit of blood.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just
see, we're in a generation where we could have blood effects. Based on how far you fall. We don't have to have a lot of blood. Just if I fall off a huge building or something.
Make it realistic. I want my guy all bloodied up.
He just doesn't get up. Just blood's just leaking in a huge
real.
pool.
Ambulance pulls up. We lost him. No, but
clear.
Anyways, that's it for all of that stuff. Now we're gonna jump on over to currently playing. Brent, what have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing a few things, man. I've just been playing some things. I started playing Death Stranding a little bit.
Oh.
It's interesting. I can't really get into it that much. It's kind of like Metal Gear Solid 5 for me, actually. It started out really interesting and beautiful, and the cutscenes were all captivating. And then it just lost me. It's just like Metal Gear Solid 5. I had the same vibes. I was when I started playing it, I was I don't know why everybody is saying this shit's boring. This is tight,
And then suddenly you're walking down, putting ladders on shit and just carrying packages.
Yeah, I mean, I actually, I don't know, man. It's and I want to like it so bad. I really do. Because, I get why everybody, is all over Hideo Kojima's dick or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's at the same time, I just can't care, But the game looks so good. It's one of the prettiest games I've ever played, and it's performs really well. I've noticed that games that are produced by AAA studios seem to not only look better but perform better than other games.
Oh yeah, man.
Doom Eternal, it runs at a steady frame rate. Modern Warfare, all these games just perform so well, and I don't know. Except for fucking Red Dead Redemption 2 and Grand Theft Auto 5.
Well, I mean, that's just Rockstar, though. They're going to be a little bit,
For sure.
A little bit Rockstar-y with their shit, That's just how it go.
Yeah.
Is that what else you've been playing?
Oh, I'm sorry. So I played a little bit of that, but I just, I needed a little action in my life. So I booted up Max Payne 2.
Ooh, I've been thinking about jumping into that recently.
It's so much fun, dude. Okay, so, like, I honestly haven't really played Max Payne 2 that much.
The fall of Max Payne?
Yeah, I played the first one, like, multiple times as a kid. You know what I mean? I really love that game, and it still is a great game. I've played the third one, like, once, all the way, like, 1.5 times, because I played the third one, like, I rented it from a Redbox back in the day, and, like, it only gave me the first disc, so I only played half the game.
What the fuck?
So I had to go back and play it again eventually. But I've only played the third game like one time, and I've never really played the second game. Like,
oh, me either.
At all.
My only like info I had on the second one was all from XPlay.
Yeah.
Like watching their review of it.
And I gotta say, man, the second one is really good. Like, really good. Like,
yeah, it's in the same engine as the first one.
It feels like the first one, but it feels like, they have, like, better facial animations, and, like, but the combat is just the same. Like, you're jumping around the corners, and, like, you've got the Max Payne's love interest girl or whatever, and the story's a little more interesting. It's still got the crazy good set pieces like the first one. And there's segments of the game that you play as the girl, like Mona Sachs or whatever.
Yeah.
And, like, her little segments are really fun. I don't know. Like, there'll be parts where you're, like, sniping people, like, while you cover Max as he, like, runs across, I don't know. And, like, when you're in, like, slow-mo with, like, the fucking scope, you see all the bullets spraying out. Like, it's so much fun, dude.
Oh, that's badass. Yeah, I have it on Steam. I just haven't played it yet. I played through the first one, like, a couple months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, you should totally check out the second one. You'll definitely be into it. It's a lot of fun. Although, you got to save, like, every 15 seconds or it will piss you off, dude.
That's what I did in the first one. Yeah, you just have to save constantly. Like,
man. Because somebody will just come around the corner and just...
oh, yeah, it's hard. It's a hard game.
It really is.
If you don't, like, have any fucking pills to, like,
I gotta say, I think the second one's a little bit easier than the first one, but not much. Like,
yeah,
just a little bit.
I don't think it's as long either. If I remember what they said on XPlay, was that it was, like, shorter. But
I don't know. I'm about 3 hours into it, 3 or 4 hours into it right now, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Nice. But it feels like I'm making a lot of progress, too. I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it. That's all I've been playing.
I honestly have been playing a lot of Call of Duty. It's because I'm streaming every day now, so it's literally all I can do is play those two games, because whenever you're streaming, people want you to play the same shit over and over again. I don't know why that is, but it's just how it goes on Twitch. Like, you can be one of those streamers that plays whatever you want, but you won't.
You said 2 games.
Yeah, playing Fallout 76 and then Call of Duty Warzone. So, like, on Warzone, I've been really back into it, like, loving it, just because tomorrow the update drops. So with the train and everything, like, me and the squad been getting hype about that shit. So I'm gonna have a lot of info on how well that update goes whenever it drops, and talk about the train and stuff like that. I'm so excited for that, dude. You don't even know. You don't even know. I never thought I'd be in this situation where I'm just excited about a fucking multiplayer, a Call of Duty online multiplayer, like live, whatever the fuck you want to call this.
This is where we're at now.
It is, yeah. Like, I mean, I didn't like Fortnite, and I thought I'd never get in anything like it. But this is just like if you took Fortnite and made it good. No offense to Fortnite, but
I mean, Call of Duty Warzone is pretty damn good.
It's really good, dude. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. If you guys want to let us know what you've been playing, you can drop it in the stream chat or in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast, or, the YouTube comments, or anywhere where you want to drop it, and we will talk with you about it. So we're going to jump on over to the topic of the show. Sorry, now we're going to the topic of the show. I had to see it, like, something popped up on the the thing right there. I was like, oh, God, did something mess up? No, but the topic of the show today is games that need a spinoff. Yeah, I feel like I got some decent ones here. I tried to switch it up and not use games that I normally use in my list. I got a little out of my comfort zone.
I think I got some good ones too. I even kind of came up with ideas for the game, like the spin-off game that I want to see. You know what I mean?
For sure. I got 6 of them. I don't know how many you got, but
let me see. 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 also.
Nice.
Wow, we're on that
ESP,
bro lepathy.
dude.
Yeah,
it's the fucking we're sensates, dude.
Yeah.
Anyways, so do you want to start? You want me to start?
I can kick it off if you want.
Before we kick it off, I gotta throw a friend and listener of the show. His name is Todd.
What up, Todd?
I was like, yo, I'm trying to come up with some games that need a spinoff, and he came up with one that I thought was really cool. So I'm gonna give him the credit for it.
All right,
but
lay it on
basically,
me.
he was like, if you took like the Monopoly board game and made it to where, like, whenever like each of the little places like Boardwalk and all that stuff are like a 3D building. And then so like you go around, whenever you buy the place, you have to like kind of like you have to upkeep with it. Like you have to make sure you maintain it or whatever, or it'll go back up for sale. So like you have to make sure that it's like a tycoon almost. Like
wait, so it's like a game within a game.
Correct.
So you have to manage your little hotels while you play Monopoly.
While you're playing through Monopoly.
Oh.
And like, it just gives you something to do while the other person's taking their turn. You got to make sure everything's going solid at the places.
That sounds kind of fun. I like that.
It's pretty interesting.
And if your hotel's like thriving, maybe you make more money if somebody lands on it or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
That could be the case.
House rules. I like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, what you got?
Thanks, Todd. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Okay, so my first one, I guess I'll kick it off. Since I've been playing Max Payne, I can't stop thinking how cool it would be to have a whole game focused on Mona Sachs. You know what I mean? You play as her in little snippets of 2, and it's like, it would be sweet to have like a prequel, because she's like a contract killer, right?
Yeah, she's from the first game.
Yeah, and she's in the 3rd game too, I think. But either way, she makes a little appearance in all of them. But
unless she dies in the second one.
Unless she dies in the second one.
Which I don't know.
Which could happen, you know what I mean? But either way.
Yeah, get her like organs.
She's at least mentioned in every game. You know what I mean? Sorry, where was I going with this?
Mona.
Oh, but I'm saying a prequel. You know what I mean? I'm thinking like a prequel like Hitman, like the modern Hitman games. But instead of like being sneaky and like wearing disguises and shit, you like have your target, you got to get there and kill them, but like you're going slow-mo, you're like jumping through the lobbies, doing cartwheels and shooting everybody. It would basically just be like Enter the Matrix, but like your only goal is to like kill people, what I mean?
Kill specific people.
Yeah. And then get out alive,
Ooh, I like that. That's like basically Hitman, but
like
Hitman
more focused on the
Matrix
combat.
Yeah. And then like have different ways to get to the contract killer, like different ways you can kill him, I guess.
Dude, yes.
That'd be toy. So one of mine is Nicktoons games. We need a Smash Bros. Ripoff of the Nicktoons games with all the iconic characters like Jimmy Neutron, SpongeBob and all them, but like as an actual like Smash Bros knockoff with like levels based on the different, like worlds and stuff like that.
That would be sick to be in like Bikini Bottom or something.
Yeah, dude. And like just be a blatant ripoff. Like just make it as close to Smash Bros as you possibly can, but make it all Nicktoons characters.
Hell yeah.
Invader Zim, even throw Gur in there and stuff like that.
You'd have to throw some. What are some modern Nicktoons characters? I don't really watch. I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure there are some modern ones you could throw in there too, and have like a mix of like old and new.
Yeah.
And like, dude, that would be sick. I like Patrick Star just beating the fuck out of Jimmy Neutron, just like.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It would be awesome, and like,
and they'd all have cool abilities and shit. It would be really easy to come up with like abilities for everybody and shit.
That's what I was thinking. Was like all of them could have very easy like attacks. It would be so easy to make their like special moves and stuff. I mean, SpongeBob would obviously use his melee attack would be like a jellyfish net, like things like that. Or it's just like it's so simple. It's so simple, yeah, it could be so good. He could blow bubbles as like his like he can build up like a bubble that gets really big, and then like it's kind of like Samus, like he shoots it across, or like just different things like that.
Dude, imagine starting the game with just like 8 characters, like SpongeBob and like this, and then like
you gotta unlock them all.
Like a new challenger approaches, and it's like the outline of Cat Dog. Just
hell yeah, dude! That's what I'm saying.
That would be sick.
I mean, if they can fucking put the dog from Duck Hunt in Smash Bros, they could do Cat Dog very easily.
Yeah,
and Cat Dog would be cool because like your up B would just like make him extend up and like like pull the bottom part or like pull the dog up, and then like to grab.
And maybe you could maybe your down B would make you like turn from dog side to cat side.
Yeah,
so, like,
different attacks.
Yeah, so it would switch your whole moveset if you're a cat or dog. You know what I mean?
Dude, this game needs to exist. Like that would be the best Nicktoons game they've ever made.
Dude, it really would be. And there's so many characters you could add. Sandy Cheeks. Like just SpongeBob alone has like a whole You could do a SpongeBob Smash Bros game and it would be fucking lit. You know what I mean? Like
oh yeah, and then they could even do like a random like secret character that's like from one of the live Nickelodeon shows, like Drake and Josh or something.
Oh,
like just
shit.
turned into like into a video game character.
The judge from the Amanda show, her special move, she breaks the smash ball and she's like, "Bring in the dancing lobsters!" And like dancing lobsters come in and just fuck you up. Like
Timmy Turner, like the Fairly Odd Parents. Like
he just like wishes you out of existence,
dude. There's a lot of things they could do.
Fuck, dude, that would be sick.
But yeah, that's one of my games. All right, what do you got?
Man, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Even though the Nicktoons games in themselves are spinoffs technically, that's one that I just feel like they haven't made the right spinoff yet.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so my next spinoff would be called Mass Effect Pilot Academy.
Oh.
And it would be focused on like the spaceship aspects of Mass Effect, because like a lot of Mass Effect is you flying around the galaxy in a spaceship. But, like, none of Mass Effect is you actually piloting a spaceship. You know what I mean? I think it'd be fun to have a spin-off game focused on, like, flying a spaceship and doing space combat. You know what I mean? So, like just what's that popular fucking airplane game?
Flight Sim?
No, the combat one.
Oh, Ace Combat.
Ace Combat. It would be like Ace Combat, but like futuristic as fuck and in space, basically.
Yeah,
but like military style and like realistic, and like it would be cool.
Yeah, you got your like your squad on the ship that they all have specific jobs and stuff.
Dude, yes, that would be tight.
Be
and
awesome.
You could pick like different like ships from the Mass Effect universe and pilot them, and like you could go fight Reapers and stuff. It would be sick.
Oh yeah. My next one is like I don't really know if this is considered a spinoff, but I did it anyways. Is the Escapist. They should do a third-person like prison escape version of it, like where it's similar to Hitman, but all about figuring out your way to escape from different prisons.
So like the Escapist, but from a different perspective, basically.
With realistic graphics and like less like kiddie looking and stuff like that. And it's like you have to traverse 3D spaces and things like that.
I agree. I've always liked the idea of the Escapist, but I hate like the way it's presented.
Yeah, the execution's just not that good. I don't know if this would just be like a remake, but I considered it a spinoff because it's just like they're already doing the 2D one. They should just have a 3D one off to the side, where it's like, I mean, obviously they don't have the money to make a really good 3D one. So it would just be like a spin-off, just make it very isolated. And then if it gets good, then they might get more money and make a better one,
My problem with the Escapist is like, I feel like time moves too fast.
Way
or
too
something
fast.
In that game.
It's
you know
annoying.
What I mean?
It's like everything's. It's like you're moving in like fast motion. It's like, why not just set the timer?
Yeah, or make it to where I can like adjust it like The Sims or something and have time go really slow if I want to like think about things.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have time to think in that game, and it bothers me.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think it could be a lot better.
Okay. So my next one will be Twisted Metal Twisted City.
Ooh.
Obviously, this would just be like a big open world game focused on like the Twisted Metal universe. You'd play as like Sweet Tooth or one of the Twisted Metal characters, and you'd go around this big open world, and you'd be able to like steal cars, but you'd also be able to get like your custom car out of like garages and stuff. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
And like the game would consist of you like driving through this big open world, wreaking havoc, and like getting yourself to the Twisted Metal events. You know what I mean? And then competing in like normal Twisted Metal style like things, you know what I mean?
It's almost like a Forza Horizon, but Twisted Metal. Okay.
Exactly,
no,
like Twisted
cool.
Metal Horizon, basically.
Yeah, so you just get to ride around in the open world like during like in between like matches, and then you can just like go find different things to do. And,
yeah,
cool.
Exactly.
I like that.
Except with like a little bit of Mad Max mixed in. I think there would be like people, crazy raiders coming up on you, like when you're roaming around trying to kill you with machetes and shit.
Oh yeah.
And there would be like getting out of your car and stuff, which would be a first for the series. You know what I mean?
I like that. My next one is they should turn like Doom 2016 or like Doom Eternal into like a 2D Metroidvania game for like handheld or for like Switch.
That.
Yeah, like I feel like for Switch, like since it's like tough for them to like like they haven't even got Eternal on there yet, but like they should have just came out with like a fully like produced like a highly produced 2D Metroidvania game where it took inspiration from like Dead Cells in the way that enemies are dealt with. So like even in Doom, like how certain enemies have to be killed certain ways and stuff like that. Like I feel like that's how it should be in the Metroidvania, and then like you just find like all the weapons from like the main game, and as you go through, and it has all the little secrets and stuff like that.
I love that. Like almost like what Doom would have been if they hadn't have made it in first person. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I like that a lot. Yeah. Okay. So my next one would be XCOM needs a spinoff, but just a spinoff that's just like a normal shooter. Not like any kind of crazy tactics game or anything, just like a shooter, like a third-person shooter based in the XCOM universe. I think that would be sick.
That would be really cool, actually. That's my problem with XCOM is I'm not smart enough to sit there and like play a strategy game like that.
I would love for it to keep the like mechanic of like if your teammate dies though, they stay dead. You know what I mean? So like maybe if you can't revive your teammate or something as you're flying off in the helicopter, like you like that's permanently. It. Yeah, I think that would be sick. But
I do like permadeath.
Yeah.
My next one is Friday the 13th, because right now they have like that Friday the 13th game.
Yeah.
They need a campaign for it, like a spin-off campaign that's like a first-person, horror campaign where like
that would be fun.
Yeah. And
would you play as a survie or as
I think
Jason,
you should have
alternate
the option or like alternate, but I want it to be more like the Alien Isolation game. In that type of horror.
Ooh, like first person?
Yeah, like a first person horror game. Lots of the same like mechanics where you're trying to like find your way off of like, or out of the area or like off of the island. But, like for, I don't know how they'd make it a campaign, but
you could make it a campaign.
You could. Yeah,
sure.
That's what I'm saying. So like, and then imagine, Jason like in first person view, he's just like, right, you're running and you turn around and he's just there.
You said Alien Isolation and I instantly started thinking about everything in VR and like fucking
dude, it'd be
Jason
awesome.
in VR would be so scary.
It'd be
Imagine
terrifying.
Turning around and this machetes coming down on your face, like
hell yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what we'll go on that one.
Okay, so the next one is I'm gonna get some hate for this, but I think this would be a good. First of all, it would be a good idea. And it would make a lot of money, and everybody's going to fucking hate it, but I think it's a great idea. I think we need Fortnite Sports, okay?
Fortnite Sports.
Okay.
That's a good idea, though.
Okay, I want one game. It's Fortnite in the Fortnite world, but the game has, like, soccer, basketball, baseball, like, every kind of, like, football. So it's basically, like, kind of like a watered-down Madden or, like, NFL 2K, but it's got every sport in one game. You know what I mean?
Wait. Hold on. How's that work? Like a whole new game?
No, it's just like one game, but like at the beginning, you like pick what sport you want to play.
I thought you meant like you mix all the sports into one game. Like, and I was like, how?
That would be a crazy ass game. But like, what if you like, imagine buying one game and not having to pick. If you're like a huge sports fan, right? But you only had $60 and you wanted to play all the different sports on a video game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. And be like Wii Sports.
Or even if it was free to play and just like normal Fortnite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then if you wanted to play Madden, but you don't want to spend fucking $60 every year on the new Madden game, you know what I mean?
You just play Fortnite soccer.
Yeah.
Or Fortnite football.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. And I think it would get really popular if it was done right.
That's what I was thinking. I think in the hands of Epic, if they were developing it, it would be pretty good. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Good call.
Thanks.
My final one would be a 3D platformer version of Cuphead.
Ooh.
Like I like the difficulty that they have, and I like the art style. I want to see what that art style looks like in 3D, like in a almost Mario 64 type situation, but like just as hard, just as completely hard. But
3D Cuphead becomes actual Dark Souls fucking fast.
That is true. but with guns.
That would be sick though. Like I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like,
yeah.
Imagine like the bosses from Cuphead in 3D. That would be terrifying on some of those.
Awesome, dude.
Like or the level where you're in like a plane. That would be sick in 3D.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's all I'm saying. They could do it. And I bet you they do eventually. But that's my hope for a spin-off of that game.
I really like that. Yeah.
What else you got?
Okay, so mine last one is Fallout Valentine Detective Agency. So in Fallout 4, you meet an android detective named Nick Valentine who's keen on solving cases and stuff. I think it'd be cool to just have a game focused on him where you're like in his
solving crime.
Yeah, but it's like a story driven kind of thing, like Tales from the Borderlands or something like that.
No, I like that. That would actually be really interesting. And anything in the Fallout universe to me is interesting, especially things like that where it's like.
Speaking of which, I actually bought Fallout 1 and 2 recently for like $2 each, and I've got them downloaded, and I'm really excited to try them out. I've heard good things.
You haven't played them yet?
No, I haven't tried them. Okay. I've been so busy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole different team like that made those, but apparently there's like people who are just like, these are the true Fallout games.
I've heard people say that Fallout 2 is like spectacular, and like you can play out the story in like a bajillion different ways, and like.
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine. I mean, that's like classic PC stuff.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, this is crazy. And then I thought, like, I think it'll be hard to go back to, like, after Fallout 3 and, Fallout 4. Like, just being in that 3D open world, I feel like it's just a little hard for me to even try to go back to something like that. Like, if I was there in the time, I feel like I would have been like, hell yeah, this is amazing.
I'll have to see, because I feel like sometimes some of these old things I've been going back and trying have been holding up really well, and some haven't. It's really weird what works well still today and what doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's it for the topic of the show, guys. Thank you for listening to us rant about spin-off games that don't exist, but should. Anyways, we're going to jump on over to the People's Champ. Brent, I know you got some questions over on the book.
Oh, I got some questions, all right, man.
And we also have this one from Instagram. Just keep that in mind.
Ooh.
I remind myself.
That's a good one over there. Let's see.
Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard.
Okay. I'm going to give it to Kyle McAvoy today.
Coil.
He says, what's the coolest side quest in a game?
Damn.
Coolest. The coolest one.
I've never felt cooler than this side quest. I don't know. I have to think for a second. Hold on.
I really like that side quest in Skyrim where the dog comes up to you and it starts talking to you, and you like follow the talking dog to the like Daedric statue, and then like the statue tries to get you to kill the dog, and the dog I don't know. It's a ridiculous quest, and it's hilarious, and you get a really cool weapon out of it. I think that's maybe my favorite side quest that I can think of off the top of my head.
I think the cool. I never experienced that because I didn't play Skyrim, but I have heard about that side quest. My favorite side quest, the coolest side quest in my opinion, was in the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, where you have to basically build this entire town. Like you go to like these different parts of the world map to like find a random person who's like really good at, you know, like building or making goods or whatever. And you're like, hey, I'm opening this town and we need a merchant. And then like, you know, then you have to travel all the way back. And then they're like, oh, well, we need this now. And then you go all the way across the map to a different place and like find this one person just based on like very little bits of information. It's like, oh, well, this person, you know, is said to be roaming around out here and that they were looking for a job or whatever. And then, so you go out there and find them and all this stuff. And then at the end of it, after long hours, you finally finish this town, and it's like just cool because it has like, and you even, they're like, oh, we need somebody to basically be a priest for this wedding. You know, like the merchant and this person fell in love while, you know, we were building the town, and we need somebody to initiate or officiate the wedding. And then like you get to officiate the wedding and all this. It's so cool.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's a very
makes
interesting
you feel
thing.
like your choices made differences.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And you never had to do that. Like that town didn't have to exist. Like you could beat the game without ever doing any of that. And
that's
so
really cool.
I thought that was pretty cool.
You know, what I really like in a game is whenever there's a side quest that has to do with some kind of like gladiator arena. Like in fucking Elder Scrolls Oblivion or Fable or fucking Assassin's Creed fucking Origins or Odyssey.
KOTOR, where you have to like fight in that.
Oh man, any kind of like gladiator style arena quest, I'm all about that shit. Like Jade Empire, they did it in that too.
Oh yeah, I agree. That stuff is cool. Where it's like you become like a famous warrior.
Yeah,
like
you become like the champ in the game.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody's like, oh, that's the champ. And it's like, yeah, bitch.
I am the champ, bitch. Yeah, no, I like that. Thank you for the People's Champ question, Kyle.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna.
You're the champ now.
Hey, it's the champ. These are just regular old ass listener questions. No, just kidding. No, thank you for these questions as well.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Philip Watson Dean here. He says, how far are we away from a dreamatorium technologically speaking?
A dreamatorium. What's a dreamatorium?
I'm thinking a dreamatorium is like in Star Trek where they have the fucking, you know, or like an X-Men where you go in the room and like you can train in the room. You know what I mean?
Hold on. I wanna look it up just to see what it is. Okay, this is from Community Wiki.
Okay.
It says, the Dreamatorium is a special play area that is set up in the second bedroom of Troy in a Beds Apart. I have no idea what this is talking about. According to a bed, it's a virtual playroom, a place where they can go anywhere and have any type of adventure. The catch being that it only works in their minds. Aside from the blanket fort they constructed in the living room, it's the place where
So
Troy...
it's a holodeck. It's
yeah. Wait, I feel like it must be like a YouTuber or something that got that from. But my thing is like, what? I don't know. If you can only go there in your mind. I mean, we're getting to the point to where like in the next 10 years, everyone's gonna have a fucking Neuralink. You know, so like it seems pretty close. Like
yeah, I mean, you know, like we're getting there.
Yeah,
for sure. Even VR technology is getting to the point where it's like you're basically in another space. You know what I mean? If we can start tracking people's feet, I mean, it's like, you know.
Bro, telling you, the Neuralink. What's his name? Elon Musk was talking about it the other day, saying that you'll be able to stream music straight to your brain. Like,
fuck yeah.
Like, no, because they put it in your spine or whatever, and it connects to your nervous system.
I might let the technology get
just a
little better on that one first.
He said 10 years. He's like optimistically 10 years. But my thing is like, if in 10 years I can put that in my neck and be able to, like, if you can do that with sound, imagine what you can do with visuals. You know what I'm saying? You might have like a heads-up display, stuff like that. You could probably technically go anywhere. You know, like.
That'd be cool. If we could do some kind of like Sword Art Online shit, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, everything went well for that person in that game. I mean, in that movie or show. Yeah, but I'm down for it, and I think it's very near. I think in our lifetime we will see at least the beta version of Dreamatorium.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Plug me in, dog.
What you got?
Okay, Devin Mayer here. He says, "Why do you think Halo Infinite multiplayer is free to play?"
I think because it has to be. I think at this point, like, they know that nobody's gonna buy. Not nobody, but a lot of people aren't gonna buy Halo for the campaign. Like, like Halo is going to be a multiplayer thing. Like, I feel like Halo Infinite's campaign is only going to be for like the hardcore Halo fan that wants to know more about the lore and the story. But right now they're trying to get as many people on Game Pass as possible. They're trying to get as many people who don't give a fuck about Halo onto Xbox and on Game Pass as possible. And the best way to do that is to offer things like Halo multiplayer for free,
Yeah. And also, I mean, the business model works. I mean, you look at the most successful multiplayer games out right now.
Fortnite, Warzone,
Apex Legends, these games are all free to play.
Even League of Legends.
Even League of Legends, Dota, all that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
it's the future, man. Free to play is the future.
And it's not like they're not making money. You know what I mean?
No, it comes with Game Pass. But I'm thinking, like I said, I'm thinking this just means that you don't have to buy the campaign to play this.
And if anything, this is a great demo for the campaign. I mean, like, I've come close to buying the Modern Warfare campaign just because I've been like, man, this is tight. I bet the campaign's good. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I've thought about it, but I mean, I haven't done it. But I mean, I think the point is, I'm sure
Smart
other
choice.
people have done it. You know what I mean? And I think it'll be the case with Halo. I think they'll probably sell more copies of the Halo campaign than if they didn't do this. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not any more or less worried about the Halo Infinite multiplayer than I was before I heard about this.
No.
Like, no, like, I don't feel better about it, and I don't feel worse about it. I'm just like, I'm still skeptical about the whole thing in general, and this just doesn't really change much.
All right, we got Mac Mays here.
Mac Mays.
He says,
I don't know why I felt the need to say that.
Yeah, it works. He says, why is Lion King on Super NES the hardest game ever made?
Dude, the level where it's like, I want to be a mighty king. Like that.
You're jumping over
You're jumping on the fucking giraffe heads. Like, I could always get to that level, but never past it. Never, ever, ever have I been past that game.
The little fucking chip tune that it's playing is just like taunting you, just like.
Yeah, and it's like not only that, it's like you die and then you start from the beginning. It was literally a fucking what's it called? What's the one that we always say like whenever we're reading about new games coming out, we're like, oh great, it's another
a roguelike.
It's a roguelike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally a roguelike. That it spawned an entire genre of gaming where they're just like, yo,
bro, that game is the devil.
There's no save points. You can't
Fuck
beat that game.
Battletoads, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Imagine if it was multiplayer. It'd be even fucking worse.
Oh my god.
Like,
get out of here.
Get at it, Dan.
Okay. Thanks, Mac. We've got Aaron Jones here. The Jones with the bones. He says, don't deal with the devil. But if you guys did, to save yourself, or to save your souls, what video game do you think you could beat Satan himself at?
Oh, man. I imagine he sits on his ass a lot all day. He's got that nice throne and shit down there, so he's probably playing a lot of games. And he's also the devil, so like I feel like he's like, yeah, dude, I only play super hard games, so like I just wouldn't challenge him to like anything like the PvP for like Dark Souls or anything. Like it would be like a game that I'm just phenomenally good at. Like which is, I guess it would probably be, I'm not even phenomenally good at Warzone, but if there was a way to like have him be on an opposing team, like, that drops into Warzone, and I brought me, Breezy and Dylan, like we'd fucking own the devil. Like that's it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think UFC 3 would be my game,
Oh, dude, you beat the shit out of the devil.
That's the only game I'm like really confident about my skills in. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
But I will also say that if I'm assuming the devil's gonna win at just about anything that's like completely skill based.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying.
It might be kind of a good idea to go for something like Mario Party that's just total luck where you don't have.
Because he could influence that somehow. I feel like the devil has like some weird like powers where he can kind of like influence. Like he's paranormal. You know what I'm saying? So like he can kind of fuck with the luck. You know, he might just like put some bad vibes on it or something.
Maybe, but
it's like, bro, devil,
it's like, do you want to take your chances that the devil can like fuck with the luck, or that the devil is super skilled at whatever the fuck he's about to do? Because I'm betting he's probably fucking hella good at everything. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I don't know, man.
Probably.
That's a toughie right there. I think if I was just like hoping I was more skilled, I would go with UFC 3. If I was like hoping for like luck, I would go with Mario Party.
Good call. Yeah, I think
and
mine.
I picked Donkey Kong.
Ooh, that's actually true. Yeah, if I guess
pick Donkey Kong, it's over.
Dude, it's always a win for you, DK. Yeah, yep. That's my answer. That's his answer.
That's it. And we got another one over there.
Yes, we do. We have a question over on the Instagram from Super Beaner. He says, "What video game character has the best fire ability?"
Oh.
That's tough.
The best fire ability.
I mean, obviously there's Mario. Mario's got a dope ass fire ability. That shit comes straight out his ass. And then and he can summon it at will and throw it as a ball that will bounce. So like I feel like that's a really good one.
The Geralt from The Witcher has a pretty cool. His little Igni, but it's not very powerful, so it's hard to say it's like the best.
The one from Skyrim too, you got like the fireball.
You can just
yeah.
There's like several different ones you can do in Skyrim. You can set like fire traps and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why I like fireballs specifically. I feel like it's just so like something.
It does feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah, just that feeling of like I can aim this thing and make sure it hits my target. I don't have to like spray it willy-nilly.
I want the spray.
You want the spray?
I want the spray because I feel like if I miss you with the ball and it just goes straight past you,
then you're fucked.
Then I'm fucked. But if I have the spray, it's like laser beams kind of. It's just like.
But also Bowser can literally breathe fire.
Bowser's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so tough out here picking these fire champs.
I think Bowser's gonna be mine.
Bowser, I'm gonna go Mario. I'm gonna be the antithesis of your character, and Mario always wins. No, I'm just kidding. No, but isn't it weird? Mario has fireball powers, but they don't work on him. On Bowser, it's like you would think he would want to be like fully equipped for like the main dude he's fucking fighting.
The fireballs aren't for Bowser.
They're for his.
They're for
minions.
all of his little He's got other abilities. Mario can do other shit.
Mainly parkour. That's like his main like.
He shoots snowballs in one of the games, right?
Don't know. That must be one of the newer 3D ones.
The 3D one, yeah. I think he shoots like little ice balls, and he makes everybody into ice blocks, and then you can like pick up the ice block and throw it.
I mean, that's pretty tight too. I just hate that how none of it works on Bowser. It's like,
Bowser, you gotta like pick him up by the tail and throw him,
or step on his head for some reason.
Those are the
that
two
hurts a
most
lot.
Effective Bowser strategies. For sure.
But anyways, yeah. So that's our answer to that. Thanks for the questions, guys. Now we're gonna round out the show with Brent.
That's right, folks.
Oh God.
This week's topic is games with a train.
Ooh, is this in celebration of the Warzone train coming tomorrow?
No, it's totally a coincidence. Actually.
I like that.
I don't even know what brought the train thing about.
It must have been the devil.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
All right. What
Number one.
Number one.
World premiere. Perhaps one of the most iconic lines from GTA San Andreas was,
fucked.
"All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ." Triggered by failing the mission, wrong side of the tracks. Who said this infamous line? Was it A, Tenpenny, B, Big Smoke, C, Eddie, or D, Lil Loki?
Oh, God. I don't know. I never played the I never played through the campaign on this one.
You never played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas?
I played the shit out of San Andreas. I just never played the campaign.
It's so good, dude. The story is actually like really, really good in that game.
I never played a single Grand Theft Auto campaign till the 5th one.
Like, okay, 3 in Vice City story was like forgettable, but it was still a decent game. But like San Andreas had a really good story too. Like,
yeah, that's how I felt. I felt like 5's story was amazing.
5 had an excellent story also.
But I just never got around to playing San Andreas' story. Okay.
Take your best guess here.
Okay. And is it like there's one that's real and then the rest are made up? Or are they like different people in real life?
I'll tell you this: one is made up.
Okay, only one is made up.
The 3 are real characters. 3 of them are real characters from the game. 1 is made up.
Okay.
And 1 is the right answer.
Read through it again one more time.
Okay, so we got A, Tenpenny, B, Big Smoke, C, Eddie, D, Little Loki.
I'm going to go with Big Smoke.
Hey, you got it.
Really?
Yeah, it's Big
Wow.
Smoke. Most of the iconic lines from that game came from Big Smoke.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. Thanks, Big Smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even understand that meme that like it has been going around where it's like, oh shit, you know what I'm talking about?
It's at the very beginning of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. He's like walking through town and like he's got his back to the camera and it's like, oh shit, here we go again.
Yeah, I just don't remember that part. Like like I said, I didn't play any of the story, so like when I see that, I'm like, damn.
That's like as you're like starting the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Like it automatically happens?
Like it's like the cutscene at the beginning of the game. I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
Anyways, number 2, in Red Dead Redemption, which of the following games can you not play? A, poker. B, blackjack. C, dominoes. D, roulette.
Let's say dominoes.
Ah, sorry, it's actually roulette.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I should have known. I feel like I know there was card games. I feel like table games makes more sense. I should have just.
It does make sense,
yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah.
The roulette's the one odd one out.
Well, that's why I threw it in there because I was like the other 2 are poker games and dominoes kind of like a one-off game.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry.
Good call.
It was a ruse. All right, number 3. In Sleeping Dogs, or excuse me. Oh God, I must have been half asleep when I wrote this. I'm sorry. Sleeping Dogs is set in what Chinese city? A, Beijing. B, Shenzhen. C, Shanghai. Or D, Hong Kong.
God dang. This one, I feel like it's obvious, but like it's meant to be obvious to throw me off. I mean, not like they chose that place to throw me off now, but like.
What's the one that sounds obvious?
I mean, Hong Kong. Like, that sounds obvious to me. Like, it's like, if you're going to set a game in a place in China, you're going to put it in fucking Hong Kong, or you're going to put it in Beijing. So fucking hard to do this. I'm going to say Hong Kong.
All right. Yeah, you got it.
There we go.
So,
cool.
You're 2 out of 3 right now. You're doing good.
I like that. All
right, number 4. True or false? In Spider-Man PS4, you can stop the train like Tobey Maguire from the Spider-Man movies.
Like willy-nilly or like...
No, like, you know how in the movie he
I know, but
yeah.
like just like, oh, there's the train. Let me go stop it like Peter Parker
exactly.
for no reason.
Like, I'm saying in any way in the game can you stop the train from moving with webs and your strength?
I'm going to say true.
I'm sorry, it's false.
Oh, man.
Well, wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, I was like, just imagine. It's like, oh, I feel like stopping that train right now.
Dude.
People are like, we're trying to get to fucking work.
You're just shooting webs at it and shit.
Like, stop stopping our train.
I had to watch a bunch of videos last night to make sure there wasn't some miraculous way you could stop the train that I didn't know about.
Right.
Okay.
What do we got?
Number 5. What train do you ride to fast travel in Watch Dogs? A,
God.
the A train. B, the F train. C, the D train. Or D, the L train.
Fuck you, dude. I'm gonna say I'm just gonna throw out something. The D train.
Oh wait, are you saying C, the D train, or D, the L train?
Wait, C is the D train.
Answer letter C
is
the
D
D
train.
train, and answer letter D is the L train.
Now you got me confused. Like, I almost got this shit. I'm going to say it is the D train.
Okay, unfortunately, you would be wrong. It is actually D,
the
L train.
Shit. God damn it.
Hey, that's okay.
It's all right. You lost. No, but that's
okay. Next time.
Better luck next time.
Yeah.
For those of you playing at home, let us know if you, got all those right. You weird train fetish freak. No, just kidding.
They're sitting in their room with like a model train.
They're like,
around.
all I know is trains.
They're like those sons of bitches.
Do you remember the train store at the Woodlands Mall?
Yeah, actually, it was fucking sick with like the little poofs of smoke that would come out of the train that was going around the store.
It was like literally on the ceiling, like in the store. I was like, who the fuck opened a train store?
Not only was that sick, but my parents actually had a train like that back in the day, and they used to set it up around Christmas time, and it would like go around my living room and do little poofs of smoke. But it got to be such a pain in the ass to set it up that we stopped doing it.
Fuck that. I remember that. I remember that, but I just don't know how. I guess that's why they're not open anymore. Is like, who
People
the fuck
don't do that anymore?
No, it's just who the fuck wants that's just a specific thing. It's like,
there's
I'm
a
gonna
lot
open
of like
a train store.
hobbyists that do that shit. But then again, now you got these like train video games that are like, you could have like a sweet ass train in your video game. It's like, do you really even need all this stuff? Yeah,
I used to go in there and play with the little fucking magnetic Thomas the Tank Engine trains and stuff.
Dude, yeah.
So cool. Anyways, that's it for the show today, guys. So we ended it on a train.
On a Thomas the Tank Engine note.
Yeah. This is the caboose of the show. You know what I'm saying? If you know your trains. If you know your train, you probably don't though.
When we end the show, we need to have that song go off that's like do 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 do
do. We don't play our normal like outro. I might actually do that.
That would be lit.
No. And remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms. Be sure to submit any questions you want us to read on the show to the GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/GameSpeak Podcast. Check out our video content on youtube.com/createforsanity. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle @JofferJamel and Brent at BrentHas1. That's the number 1. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time, listeners.
Later.